Don't listen to that other rhetoric that I just said over there, guys, because this may not resonate with you, and as well as it may have nothing to do with the Capricorn reading. But the situation is about the balance between, head and heart, the mending of things. I think this is about also I always see justice as the accountability card. Owning up to your stuff and just making things, balancing things out, right? Whatever outstanding karma there is, there has been out there, it's going to be rebalanced. It's going to come out. Look at that. The Four of Pentacles is underneath that. So that's interesting. Why is that interesting? Because this has to do with whatever you guys have been holding into yourself, right? I think it's truly forgiving, because I think this is whatever reason you've had for keeping to yourself, guys, because you haven't really been the Aquarius that we all know and love, which is being out there and connecting with people. Some of you guys haven't, all right? I know some of you guys haven't, just kind of being out there, because that Four of Pentacles is saying that. Some of you guys have been keeping to yourself and just not opening up to nothing. But y'all about community and people and all that. And it's like, that's great, but you haven't been doing that. So what's going on? And whatever reasoning that is, you guys are understanding that you can't stay that way forever, and you guys are thirsting for growth. And typically I read this site for the clients here, and you can get your own soulmate investigation reading on my Instagram page. But you guys can read this side as you want, if you want to. And I know some of you guys are feeling inclined to read this way because of the star, and some of y'all probably most of you guys are like, no, sorry. But anyway, let me go ahead and just get into this reading. So the mindset going into this reading from this person here, or you guys, is that you guys don't feel like there's enough of something. Something's lacking with the relationship or with the connection. Now, it could be contact, physical contact, communication contact. It could be a lack of support, and it could be just be like, it could be you, right? You may not feel like you're enough, or maybe maybe not feel like you have enough to go into the relationship. Maybe you don't feel like you're not completely aware of your values. Some of you guys are very much aware of your values, and that's good enough. But I feel like there's something ultimately that you're going into it. How you see the relationship, something is missing, or something. Not something's missing, but something could be improved. To be honest, something could really be improved. But the other person here this is an absolute new beginning. It's, a fresh start. They're already putting in effort. They're going into it thinking like, yeah, there's potential for greatness here. I'm gonna go in. I'm ready for this. They're already giving. They're already seeing. The faith that's there in the relationship. The faith. The possibility of greatness in this relationship. They could be seeing this relationship as healing as well. But this is their manifestation. This is something that they want. And they're thirsting for it, y'all. Now, how they present themselves is the Ten of Pentacles. This could be that they're very loyal to family. They could be very committed to something. They seem very, they could also be, have had an inheritance given to them, to be honest with you. But, hey, that's just me. But with the Ten of Pentacles here, it does tell me that they're definitely ready for commitment. If they're not ready for commitment, then they are, they're prepared to commit. All right. They have the Ten of Pentacles. They're set and ready to go. They're pretty situated, pretty solid on their own feet, and they're ready to go. However, you guys are the Queen of Wands, and that kind of gets me a little worried. Are you ready to beat somebody down? Because the Queen of Wands, she's dangerous. But no, seriously though, like the Queen of Wands here is very confident in herself. She's, very aware of her authenticity and her creativity. She just is who she is, and she don't care about anybody else's opinion about it. She's just who she is. And I feel like for a lot of you guys, this is you tapping into that energy, being your authentic true self, and not listening to anybody else's rhetoric, but at the same time, you guys presenting yourself in such a way that's very alluring. People are attracted to you because you guys are emitting an unfamiliar energy, and unfamiliar energy is light energy, right? So the Queen of Wands, well, it can't be light energy. It doesn't have to be, but it looks like to me it is. It's drawing people in because I think it's an inspirational energy as well, just the same as the star. it looks like you inspire this person, to be honest. And it looks like there's a reason why you're kind of going through this with, like, I don't know how this is going to work out. You lacking some stuff, maybe even lacking information. But the whole purpose of this is that this person is coming in because they are inspired by you, probably. And you're like, let me just see how this is. Let me just see what's going on. Let me just take a look, see. Because I don't think you're actually going into this, like, as, I think you're struggling to, in a way. Like, listen, hear me out. Like, I think you guys are struggling to not necessarily make it work, but to kind of get out of this, this kind of energy. I think you guys want to, interact with more people, do things like that. But I think it's kind of hard to you if you're always feeling like no one sees you for who you are, right? So I think you're kind of giving things a chance. It's kind of what I'm getting this chance. And typically you don't read the Five of Pentacles like that. I don't read the Five of Pentacles as giving someone a chance, but that's what it kind of looks like, right? Taking a chance where it is. And this may be it, right? Maybe this person is presenting a sort of stable foundation and you're hearing them out because you may be interested in looking for something that's stable, because maybe you don't really feel like you got, people around you too much anymore to feel like you could trust anyone with, right? Because I feel like with Justice and the Ace of Swords, there's some trust stuff coming up in here. But anyway, the Queen of Wands. This person is definitely inspired by it. I can feel it. But it doesn't have to be, right? This person could be inspired by their own dreams and their own ambitions and things like that. This person could be driven by their own, by their own, desires and their own hopes and, hopes and fears, excuse me. By their own hopes and dreams, right? They don't have to be influenced by you. So, it could be either one. I'm just saying that just to kind of say, just because of how this is looking. But the reason why you're coming up as a Queen of Wands and the Five of Pentacles is because of the Ace of Pentacles. Ace of Swords. It's Ace of Swords, y'all. And I feel like with this Ace of Swords coming up, it's really talking about the clarity in the situation. The clarity in the situation, victory. Some sort of victory. It's weird. It's almost like you guys... Oh, okay. It's like... Yeah, like I was saying, you guys are trying to gain more information to probably overcome the struggle that you guys got going on when it comes to this relationship. Because whatever you guys are struggling with, I feel like you want to find the solution to it. You don't want to just continue to sit there limping. And the other person has the Ten of Cups, so this is their heart's desire. Excuse me. This is not their heart's desire, but I feel like this is their happily ever after. They're going after happily ever after. They're looking for something, their goal, to feel a certain way with this relationship. It's very interesting. Now, what's interesting also to add is the devil energy, which what brought you two guys together. And I don't know if this is obsession, addiction, or the fact that you guys are tied to each other in a very twin flame or karmic relationship type of way. You know what I mean? And which could explain the Seven of Pentacles being crossed, because this is also talking about, the struggle of figuring out what else is there to add to the relationship or add to the situation, and what needs to be done to improve the situation. And I feel like you guys have already come so far, both of you, when it comes to the dynamic of this relationship. But it almost seems like you guys live your own lives. Like you guys are trying to overcome some sort of struggle, while this person's excited about something, or taking on a new path, or starting over. They see the potential in the relationship here, while you guys are trying to find a potential. And I feel like the Seven of Pentacles is like, the challenge is like, you just don't know how to move forward. Not that you don't want to, not that you don't know if it's worth the effort, but you just don't know what to do exactly, right? You're trying to figure out what needs to be done, But the devil is what brought you two together. It's almost like you guys are just tied to each other anyway. But let me go ahead and pull you guys your whispers of love. See what you guys got for this time around. Ooh, be authentic to who you are. I mean, aren't you already the Queen of Wands? Alright, you are being asked to be real and true pertaining to who you are and how you feel. But then keep it quiet. But the Queen of Wands is open and flamboyant, and she's yeah, she's the life of the party. She's definitely out there. So it's two contradicting messages. So it's interesting. I don't know if you guys have been observing in silence because you guys want to see the other side to see how they're reacting, which is totally fine enough. But maybe, you know, it's weird. It's like, I don't think it's saying dim your light. Know who you are, of course, and, you know, be authentic to who you are in the moment, of course. But I think the situation is that, you know, there's some sort of information that you're going to get if you're not the center of attention, if you think about it. Well, you are the center of attention. Understand that. This is about you. But there's something that you can see without actually being extra, without being like flamey and out of proportion. And for some weird reason, I'm getting that some of you guys are just in your face, in your face, in your face. You know, and that's fine, right? If that's you, that's you. No judgment from me. Do whatever. But observe in silence, and then the Queen of Wands, they don't work together. Right? They don't go hand in hand. And then that's kind of really what brought it out to me. Because I'm like, the Queen of Wands, oh my god, that's totally what you guys are doing right now. But then the advice, the thing that, the card that's tying this soulmate connection up together is observing in silence. I'm gonna pull a card here because I want to know, why is the Five of Pentacles the mental space for Aquarius or the other person? And I say the other person because you guys may have resonated with this side more than this side. Why is the Five of Pentacles the headspace of this relationship? Oh, lacking something regarding a new beginning, starting something new, taking a risk. Maybe someone doesn't feel like they have enough to take a risk. Ooh. See, both of you see this as a new beginning, though. That's interesting. A brand new, fresh start. But one of you guys sees this as a risk, another one sees it as an opportunity to manifest manifest their dreams, to heal. So why is the focus so much on the pentacles here? And perhaps this is why it needs to be, you know, this observer silence. Maybe the advice is the very opposite, right? Maybe the opposite sign is like, don't worry about being that person that watches so much. Just be who you are, and it will come. Whatever you're trying to manifest, it will come. Just be in the moment, because the Fool is opposite from the Five. Well, it's very similar to Five Pentacles actually, but the Five Pentacles, the only difference that Five Pentacles the Fool have is that the Fool doesn't think about what his little sack can carry and what his little sack it has and how long he's gonna last with that. He's not looking at what he lacks. He's looking at the potential for a new experience. He's not even thinking about anything. This is what makes him the Fool, because he jumps off a cliff. He's not seeing or being observant or anything. He's just focusing on where he is in this moment. Some of you guys is like a message to step back and take a closer look at something. Some of you guys is saying, you know, just be yourself. And if you guys are good at it, do both. It's weird. But not do it in silence, obviously, because you can't obviously be loud and very flamboyant and then be silent. Unless you know how to do that, Aquarius, I'm not going to tell you that you know what to do in regards to that. But the advice is so interesting here. Because I feel like there's something more with the Seven of Pentacles. And I feel like it has to do with, obviously, with looking at how much has been put into it. You know? As well as figuring out what the next steps will be. What is lacking for Aquarius? The King of Cups. I had a feeling. The person, the romantic interest. Some of you guys don't even see this person as a romantic interest, but I think it's saying to give this person a chance. It's very weird, but I don't know. It's like observe and silent. I think you guys are very independent and do things on your own anyway. But the King of Cups, excuse me, not the King of Pentacles. The King of Cups is an ideal lover. You know, someone that's super romantic. And I feel like what you see is lacking is that there's a potential for anything happening with this individual, anything romantic anyway. You definitely don't see this as a new beginning in regards to love, but this may be a new beginning in regards to opening you up emotionally. Because it did say, be authentic to who you are and how you feel. So maybe this is all about how you feel. And that's why observing in silence, it would probably be to analyze yourself. Aquarius, this is a really big message, but I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go.